opportunity to reflect, what was it like just experiencing Clayton Kershaw on the mound, his final start of the regular season, obviously one more, the final here at Dodger Stadium, just feeling the atmosphere here?
It was great, memorable night. I think Clayton, the teammates, the fans, excuse me, handled it, very well. I think it was a memorable night, like I said, and can't imagine how, emotionally taxed Clayton is, but we got a win, clinched a postseason berth, so couldn't have went much better.
Clinch that postseason berth, does it feel like just the focus level to win the division is sharper than ever right now?
Yeah, it's good. I think that even, after last night, I think coming in here today, guys understand that there's still a lot of work to be done and a lot of season left, which is telling, which is a good sign. We're playing, and the main thing is we're playing our best baseball right now, which I'm encouraged about.
I know you guys said, you're not looking at this as like a win for Clayton's situation, but just, with how all the ups and downs the last 2 months, kind of have these 2 days where like so much of the focus was like not only on him, but like hearing him talk about, how impactful it is, this team, the teammates, that environment. Like, is that kind of like a palate cleanser in some ways for a lot of the frustrations you guys have had and kind of put you in a better kind of frame of mind going into the final stretch?
I think so. I do. There's been obviously a lot of things to kind of point to as far as adversities, which all teams go through. But I think that just kind of as we've gotten, I think, to the other side of it, focus on the postseason, I think that just knowing that guys have stuck together and they've come out of it stronger, which a lot of times adversity does. That's what adversity does, and so that was really, for me to hear that from the guys. It's just confirms, what I feel about that ball club, this ball club.
Treat this like the most important few weeks of your lives. So what was it about that when they said last year that worked so well, and what is, if anything, can you sort of pour over from last year as you start preparing for this stretch run?
I just think that, there's obviously when you get to the last, when you get through the postseason, there's a lot of distractions that take you off your game as far as the most important thing, as far as our jobs. And just trying to make sure guys are reminded that collectively, it's got to be the most important thing, outside of faith and family, as I said. But there's other things that are just not important, and I just feel that the teams that pour everything into the postseason, you have a lot more to lose. And so when you do that, then you're more, you're all in, essentially. And so I think that that's when you can get the best results.
So what you kind of felt like happened last year and was kind of figuring out a way to get to that point last year, beneficial, try to do it again, over this next month?
Yeah, I think that, last year was a different sort of message as far as kind of how I felt we needed to certainly attack that Padres series when we were down to kind of turn into street fighters. And I think that from that point on, we kind of played that role, and the gloves were off, and we played as such. And so I felt that was needed. And there's certainly going to be more of that because I still feel that's postseason baseball.
Not a given. I mean, it's likely that you'll play a wild card series. If you can finish the regular season with that mentality, does getting kind of right back into the fire maybe help?
Yeah, that's why a little bit I wanted to touch on the next 6 weeks. It wasn't 4 weeks. It was kind of right now going forward, and having that mindset. Like I said, we're playing our best baseball, which is timely, and we just got to continue it, as well as that mindset. Yeah.
It was clear that the guys really embraced that and like the togetherness that they chose to attack the postseason with. Are you seeing just kind of that right now with the group? Does it feel like just this mindset shift and everything you've spoken on is starting? Yes, they're playing really good baseball right now, but like, are you seeing all of that come together at the moment?
I am. It's completely unselfish baseball. It's team first. It's guys talking about the right things. And I think that that's the way it needs to be. And we've had enough guys in the clubhouse that have won and understand that's what it takes, as well as some luck as well, to win potentially this year 13 games in October. But yeah, I think that we've got a great group, and guys are laser focused on, we got long way to go to accomplish our goal.
Will Smith?
Yeah, Will's got so we ended up going back and doing another scan, an MRI scan, and it was a hairline fracture. So a small hairline fracture in his right hand. Optimistic that, he's going to come back at some point. Doubtful it's the regular season, but having him available for the postseason, we're still hopeful. And I think it's good that Will and we have clarity, on that, because it was kind of, I don't understand why it's not feeling good. So another scan came in and revealed it. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I think it's probably maybe yesterday. What's today? Saturday. I think it was either Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday.
Optimistic that he would be ready for the start of the postseason?
We're up in the air. We're up in the air. Don't know that.
As we shared, like, where it's bothering you most, is it when he's throwing the ball? Is it like hitting where it's?
I think it's both. I think in talking to him, and it's, gripping the bat, it's, throwing the ball, which he would have to do 150 times. So it's, throwing back to the pitcher and such. So, yeah.
Do you foresee Ben being the primary catcher?
I do. I haven't decided on, tomorrow, but I think Ben's going to get the lion's share.
Do you have an idea what Will might be able to do physically this next week or so as he tries to get back?
I think he's going to continue to run, work on his core rotation stuff, maybe some one-handed stuff with the bat. Still stay in shape. He's running a lot, but as far as, I think he's in a splint, so kind of there's not a whole lot he can do with that right hand.
Could you see a situation where you carry 3 catchers on the postseason roster, especially with Otani giving you an extra pitcher?
In the postseason, yes. We'll kind of, as we get closer to see where Will's at, we can make that determination, but it's certainly a possibility. Thanks, guys.